Top 10 NFL defensive tackles, 5-1, 2016 edition. Number 5, Kawann Short, age 28. So we're going to start with Kawann Short and his elevation as a top 5 defensive tackle. First of all, he didn't have as great of a season as he did last year, that's for sure. That's for damn sure. So having him at top 5 is kind of a risk, but at the same time, I've seen him produce, and so yes, he might have had a down year, but the entire Panthers organization had a down year, so I'm giving him some leeway here because he's kind of proven to be one of the best D tackles in the game. He's very energetic, he's very fun to watch, and his contract proves that he is very valuable. His contract as of right now, 5 years, $80.5 million. Well spent. Very good contract for him. Hopefully he does step it up just like he did in 2015 when he had 11 sacks. He dropped down a bit, but I still think he is eligible to becoming still one of the best D tackles. I think he's going to get even better this year, and I think he's going to have a great season, and it's going to scare some people for sure. So Kawann Short this year played and started 16 games. He had 3 pass deflection and a forced fumble, 6 sacks, and 55 combined tackles. Very good. Very, very good for this D tackle for Short. He's just, you have to give him some props. You have to give him a lot of props for it. Didn't get to the playoffs at all, but that's good numbers, man. That's really good numbers. It's okay compared to his 2015 year where he had about 54 tackles, 11 sacks, 2 fumble recoveries, 3 forced fumbles, 4 pass deflections. But you can see that Short was still able to kind of be aware of where the offense is at, where the QB might be throwing it to, trying to get to the QB. He still was kind of successful with that, just had lower numbers. I still feel like he's going to have a great year this upcoming year, and he's going to have another. I think he's going to get into the Pro Bowl. I think he'll definitely be mentioned into a possible All-Pro. I just feel like he's got that ability of a player. So Kawann Short, though, nothing but the best. I expect nothing but the best. And yeah, number 5. Number 4, Gino Atkins, age 29. This is a guy that's been producing ever since he came to the league. He's been doing it for a while now. And at 29 now, looking at as a veteran in the Cincinnati Bengals organization, definitely being one of those guys that's going to step up and become that leader for them to make sure that they can get to the playoffs. With this defense, I think they have a really good defense. It could be better, but they have a pretty solid defense for right now. Pretty much, yeah. Now coming straight out of, I believe, Georgia, and getting drafted in 2010, and all the way now here. And now he's been producing. He's a great producer. Has had some injury-prone kind of years. Has had some down years. So he is kind of inconsistent, but when he's super consistent, he really is one of the best defensive tackles in the game, and he's a force to be reckoned with. So yes, of course, I'm going to have Gino Atkins in there as one of the guys that is one of the best D tackles in the game. Now, he had 32 tackles this year. He had 9 sacks, and he played 16 and started 16 games. Didn't get to the playoffs. You know the Bengals didn't make it. But he did make the Pro Bowl. And that stands for something. He's been making the Pro Bowl for pretty much three straight years now. Was not a first-team All-Pro like he was last year. But he deserves some really good respect out of his peers. I really do believe he should get respected. His contract reads 2 years, $21.33 million. Maybe that means the end of him in Cincinnati. I don't know. All I know is that he can affect a team by his play on the field, and he may be inconsistent, but he's definitely been proven more than Kawann Short has. Kawann Short's needed a little bit more time. He's already been able to establish himself as a top-tier defensive tackle. So put him up here, man. Just put him up here and give him some respect that he deserves. Age 26, number 3, Aaron Donald. I completely did that the wrong way. I did that completely sideways, or sorry, backwards. See, my words are not clicking right now. But anyway, Aaron Donald deserves to be on this list because of what he's been able to do. Really, as a player, as a teammate, it's been great. He's a great wrecker of the defense. He's proven his worthiness. Coming straight out of Pitt. People expected him to be pretty well off, but they didn't expect him to be this good. I don't think they did, at least. I know some people that I knew didn't really know much about him. They knew he was good, but they thought his potential maybe was so-so. But what he's proven to pretty much the entire league is that he's one of the best D tackles out there. Now, he's got 2 years, $5.07 million. He's holding out right now. He wants more money. He's unsatisfied with the contract that he's got right now. And my best guess for Los Angeles, my best advice is pay the man. Just pay the man. I'm not sure about your cap room, not sure about your cap space, but you need to pay this guy. This guy is a cornerstone of your defense. Very big part of it. Like I said, he wrecks a lot of offensive linemen, and he gets the QB, and he's productive, and he's, like I said, he's a bringer of some destruction over there in the offensive line there. Like, he really tries to disrupt everything. He's a smart dude. Just pay the man. It's just that simple. So Aaron Donald, first of all, this year he started and played 16 games, 5 pass deflections, 2 forced fumbles, 8 sacks, and a total of 48 tackles. So very good overall. Now the Rams are the Los Angeles Rams, so he's got a bigger spotlight. I feel like he'll be more exposed in terms of he'll be either good or bad. I think he'll be fine. I think he will be exposed in a great way. I think he'll be a great player continuously, and I think he'll be more recognized because he's in a big city now. I want to see him back on the field and not holding out. Let's see if he can do that, because that would be kind of a shame if he's holding out and he doesn't get to play at all. So pay him, or if they don't, Aaron, just go out there and just show them why you deserve to be paid, and just go. If they do not pay you at all, just go and produce. That's all I ask, because you were a first-team All-Pro and a Pro Bowler this year. So that's upside. That means you're just one of the best in the game. So go out there and show it again. But yeah, no, great D tackle. Great D tackle. Number 2, Fletcher Cox, age 26. So the Philadelphia Eagle will be on this list very high. He actually got a contract very high. Cox, 5 years, $85.5 million left, at least. He actually had a bigger deal when he first signed it. That's still big. Just a solidified playmaker, solidified D tackle. That's a big part of the Philadelphia defense. It's a part of a really good front four that I believe that can be very successful this year. And Fletcher Cox is a man that's going to stand tall and continuously deliver blows and try to get as much as he can. He's an enforcer. He tries to do as much as he can. Yes, he might have had a drop-off year, and yes, Aaron Donald had a really good year this year. I just believe that Fletcher Cox has more potential, more upside than Fletcher Cox, due to Fletcher Cox is training right now. His contract is fine. Aaron Donald, on the other hand, right now, that holdout, could it progressively hurt him? It could. There's a potential of that. Secondly, Aaron Donald is reportedly supposed to be moving to D-end, which is going to be kind of weird. I don't like that. I would like him to stay at D-tackle, while Fletcher Cox is going to stay at D-tackle. This is where his primary position is. This is where he's most suited up at. And I just, I just feel like, he deserves credit where credit's due. Fletcher Cox is a boss. He's an intimidating guy, and I just feel like he needs to be recognized a little more. Again, he's part of the Eagles. Eagles haven't really been that great of a team. So, of course, for some people, they don't really know much about him. But I'll tell you right now, ever since he's come into the league, he's really proven to be a stud and really trying to prove something out there. He's hungry, and he's hungry for success. Again, this year, 43 tackles, 6.5 sacks, 1 fumble recovery, 1 forced fumble, 2 pass deflections, and 16 games played and started. So, like I said, he's very smart, knows what's going on, tries to read the QB, also tries to tackle, tries to get some stops, and if he can get through and break that tackle, he will get to the QB and sack him. And it earned him a Pro Bowl. He's been a Pro Bowl 2 times now. So, like I said, very much upside for this guy, him and Aaron Donald. I think those guys will be battling for being the best D tackle very, very soon as Gerald McCoy ages year after year. So, yeah. If Aaron Donald doesn't move to D tackle, of course. If not, they'll be battling. If he does, Fletcher Cox has a bigger chance if he keeps producing and tries to get his numbers a lot better than last year. Sorry. This will be a guy that takes over number 1 maybe in the near future. Number 1, Gerald McCoy, age 29. He is the best defensive tackle in the league, in the game right now, and he's right at the midst of his prime years, I would say. He's definitely in between that right now, and has not missed a Pro Bowl since 2012, so that should show you that he is producing at a very high level and is, like I said, one of the best D tackles out there right now. I would have to credit more of his patience with Tampa Bay, getting drafted there, not really having much success, really not being in the playoffs ever in his entire career, not having an opportunity of that yet, and to now maybe with this defense starting to fold and Jameis Winston coming on his own and the offense starting to have more weapons, he might have his first playoff action. And I really, really do admire his patience of not giving up, not holding out, not asking for a trade or anything like that, not doing any of those immature things. He's just mature enough to, I'll just perform, I'll do my best. I know I want to win, but my time will come, and I'll hold on to my contract. He's loyal. He's a great guy. He's a really fun guy, great character, great personality. McCoy, 4 years, $79.3 million. Like I said, he's a cornerstone. He is pretty much this generation's Warren Sapp for Tampa, and I feel like he will go down as one of the best Buccaneers of all time, just because McCoy has just been so loyal, and I don't see him going anywhere else. I see him retiring as a Tampa Bay Buc. Now, this year he had 15 games he played and started. He had 5 pass deflections. He had 2 forced fumbles. He had 2 fumble recoveries for 7 sacks and 33 tackles. So that's got to show you something, along with the fact that he also had a 2016 Pro Bowl selection. So, hasn't made the first team All-Pro since 2013, but that's okay. I see him making it very, very soon. What can I say? He's deserving of being on this list. He's deserving of being this high and the best D tackle right now, because he gets it done, and he's a presence, and his name alone is a big factor in the league. So